Welcome back. This is Bypass Link Construction Part 2. Check it out. This glue is kicked off here. You see it foamed up. Just going to kind of unwrap some of this. And I'm going to go put this on the heater until it dries out. So the glue's set, and a lot of that water is dried out of this. I'm going to take these wire ties off. They're not on there super tight. And then I'm going to trim some of this back. Let's see. Some of this is going to just cut with. Trim this back. Until I got a good step in here. And I'm going to wrap some paracord. I'm going to wrap it here and get that right one. And trim it back like this, and I'm going to wrap it here, wrap it around, finish it here, and then with the Gorilla Glue wrapped in, it won't come on tied. So sometimes if this has it's been saturated, it almost carves, but I didn't use that much glue this time. I will when I wrap it up, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trim this a little more off camera. And then come back for the next step. So now I just put some old heat shrink tubing over the one and bag and mask it off so I don't get any of this Gorilla Glue on the rope where I don't want it. And I made a tryout run. I wrapped this thing with paracord, and then I cut the paracord, and it's still a little long, but the only thing to do now is I'm going to start from here. I'm going to I'll put some glue on here. Get some glue. And this part's a mess, but is what it is. But I'm just gonna. I worked it out to where it's about maybe 5 wraps around this main part here. It doesn't necessarily contribute to the strength, but it keeps the oplux against the spacer. So let's see. Keeps that oplux against the spacer, so the loop's always open. But I just take a few wraps, and once this glue sets up with this rope or cord, it none of it's going anywhere. Turns the whole thing into a solid. But I go to about there, and then I start. I'm going to have it on my gloves, and I'm going to have it on the cord, but I start going around it like this. Somewhere where I think it won't slip down here. And if it doesn't come out the first time I glue it, I'll just I'll add more glue. But so I'm gonna have one, two, three. There's three. There's four. I usually go for about maybe 5 or 6. I go 5 on this one. 4. And if I have enough extra, I can always come back and finish it up there. It doesn't matter. It's not super critical. Other than we wanted to just keep the shape of this thing, and it's gonna kind of harden it all up. I've probably got enough here to start coming back. And pull it tight, but you don't have to pull it super tight. Once this stuff sets up, it's pretty solid, and wherever you terminate it like that, I can glue it really good, and it's not gonna come off of there. Tuck this in one more time here. Right there. Now I want to work a bunch of this into the whole thing. Let's see, I gotta pull some of this slack out. I had a little bit of a gap where this line was coming back. Let's see. Now, some of this I can kind of slick down with the glue. It's going to foam up. After I wrap this all up, I mostly want this to stay tight, because once the glue kicks, it's not going to come on tight. But that's really all I'm looking for. If I can get this to, I'm gonna have to terminate it just there. I'll come back and I'll cut this off. So I'm gonna take this and make sure I got a bunch of this stuff everywhere. I'm gonna run some water on this and then let it set up, and we're almost there. So the glue's all set, and it gets really solid. But here's the previous one, and the newer one, a little bit wider in the opening. But I'm going to tie it on here, and we'll take it out to the pole and set it up and see how it works. But so the way I do this is my upper tether, and typically that goes in my right foot, and I'll go around the tree from left to right around the back, and I'm going to take this link and pass it up through this way like this. It's going to want to turn this. We'll see when we get it on the pole, but it's going to want to turn this way with when it's loaded. So anyway, I'll take these two lines and go through, and I'll do this fisherman knot. I'm not going to put the chafing guard on right now, but I'll wrap back. And then this plug's a little longer than the previous version, so I get another get another turn here. Come up through. Like this, and then the way I've been doing this one is come around, and this loop is the line parallel to this the handle portion, I guess you would call it, and I loop this up through, so when I pull on this, I'm pulling the center, the core of this hitch in two places. But I've just been going up like this, and then I'll go around, kind of do an overhand knot like that. And depending on whether I find these, if these tend to come untied, I'm gonna do something about that. But and then on this end, we do the Ashley stopper knot. So we form this loop, lay it on top, put the end through, and then from the back side we'll have this kind of 3 helical wraps, it looks like. And then when we use the link, we go around the tree and we lay this inside. I always like to have this heat shrink tubing, this chafing guard, just through the link. And I'll put the stopper knot down in this loop or bite, and then pull that tight. Let's go put it in on the pole. So when I use this, I come up to the tree and I grab this handle here and grab the stopper knot, pull it open. That's open, and I can take that run out and stirrup. This is gonna be my my upper to my right foot, so I go around from left to right around the back side of the tree, and then I'll adjust this heat shrink just so it comes through. I want to be able to slide my my friction hitches up pretty close here, but at the same time I want to have both lines captured and protected inside of this heat shrink tubing. But once I'm around like that, I'll put the stopper knot in the bite and then pull this knot down, and I'm going to adjust my stirrup here and get my weight on it, see how it acts. And then what I'm looking for is it's pretty much that right there. I want the the spacer, you know, it's going to roll up. It's going to roll up like this a little bit. If this were to, I want to fall on this fat part. I don't want it to kind of favor this or anything, but if I wanted to adjust this this way or this way, I would redress this stopper knot. If I shorten this up this way, shorten this up a little bit, it's going to move the top that way. If I make that a little longer, let's see. So make this a little longer here. Then this end goes that way a little bit. I notice I got a wrap that's a little loose. I'm gonna have to tighten that up and glue it. But other than that, that's really all there is to it. Some kind of chafing guard here. I'm not sure I like how this bears against the tree. Right. And when I go to climb, I get my hand up under here and it slides right open, moves right up and down, either way. I hope this helps. Thanks for stopping by.